blessing there as they'll start out of harm's way with a 1st and 10.
Check, crunch, check.
Following the penalty, it's Gurley. And he'll take it across midfield down into Jet territory. 8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on 2nd and short.
8 yards on the pickup brings up 2nd and 2 at the 49.
8 yards the tally on that 1st down run. Here's 2nd and 2. A play fake to Gurley. Now gone. He gets it to Cooks. And this time he's able to take it down to the 42. 7 yards there and a 1st down.
Gain of 7. 1st down, Rams.
180. Here we go, D. Here I come again.
On 1st down, gone. And that's complete to Cooks. And he'll go out of bounds right around the 40. The completion good for 3, and it's 2nd down. That 1st down completion only netted him 3. 2nd and 7. Now Goff will hand this one to Gurley. He'll wind up getting 4 down to the 36.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size and these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
Goff now to throw. Well, the 2 men come together, and it's incomplete. Excellent work defensively, brings up 4th down.
I think we'll see more of them trying to get him the football out of the backfield. They love what he can do in open space, and they believe that he creates mismatches they can exploit.
And I don't think this has the carry. It does not. It's no good. And this score will stay right where it is.
NFL kickers nowadays, they make things look so easy because normally from this range, about 2 out of 3. And this is not an easy kick.
Yeah, 20 years ago, you get where he was in that 50 range, maybe a little over. And it's a big kick, but now we just, if they leave it short, you're like, whoa, what happened? And that's what we have here.
Yeah, you're right. 20 years ago, we were saying run some more plays and get closer. Now we think they're definitely within range, and you're exactly right. When it comes up short, there has to be something that went wrong because they have plenty of leg.
Now this is Le'Veon Bell with a reception. And he got blown up. Losing yardage on the play back at the 44. It'll be a loss of 1. And all of a sudden here, it's 3rd down.
What's that? 58, come on. 6 man.
Out of the shotgun, here's Darnold. Aguilar has it. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. A big gain of 28 as the drive continues. So from Rams territory now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got it to the 28-yard line. The shotgun snap for Darnold. He's going to find his tight end. That's Chris Herndon. And he'll be a couple yards shy of the red zone here at the 22-yard line. 6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. From the shotgun, it's a give to Bell. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. He lost 2 there, and it's 3rd down.
It's a tough one right there. He ran right into the teeth of the blitz as the linebacker was freed up in order to stuff that one for a loss. I think quarterbacks got to see that. Got to find a way to audible into something a little more advantageous.
Now the throw on 3rd down, knocked away and incomplete. That one broken up by David Long on the defensive end. Oh, they get to the football. It's blocked. Now it's scooped up, and this is a live foot. The big man, get the oxygen tank ready. The 40. He's at the 30. And he will score. Touchdown, L.A. as his guys are in for 6, as his guys are on the board here in this first quarter.
It's never fun for a defense to run on the field knowing that they're having to defend a short field. Just the idea of trying to limit an offense in that position, daunting for a defense.
Now Greg Zuerlein on for the extra point. It's good, and we're all tied at 7 apiece. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. This will be fielded at the 6. And he nearly broke that for more, but as it is, they'll start this drive at about the 37-yard line. The New York offense taking over for their next possession. The last time they had a little bit of a special teams breakdown. That field goal was blocked.
Yeah, and everything has to be precise.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Aaron Donald make that now 8 sacks for him on the season. Got to imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on second down following the sack. It's 2nd and 8. Looking for Aguilar, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Nickel Roby-Coleman, and his crew will take over at their own 45-yard line.
And that's a great example of ball skills right there, partner. You and I do a lot of games, and I can't tell you how many guys look to run with the football before they've intercepted it. So that's a nice job of focusing on the task at hand and coming away with the interception.
And now the ball's out, fumble near midfield, and the Jets have recovered.
When I see a play like that, I come back to risk-reward. I don't know about you, but is it worth it at that point, whatever you're going to pick up, to either take the hit, and in this case, lose the football?
Should have gone down. I mean, hindsight's always 20/20, but that's the safe play.
You're exactly right. Hindsight's really never wrong, is it? Because you can analyze it, but I think ultimately you got to look at it as a first option, taking care of the ball, getting what you can, and that's it. Don't worry about it anymore.
You draw Porter.
On second down, it's Bell. And he'll get it inside the 40 to the 39. 4 yards the pickup, first down. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. These two teams all tied after 1.
With the score tied 7-7.
We're going to set. Check, 59. QB's trash. Let's go.
Now a first down carry by Bell. And he still has yet to get on track in this first half as they're going to stop him behind the line. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here. And it'll bring up a 2nd and 13.
We're going to set. Hey, Eddie. Watch the screen. Watch the screen. Watch the screen.
And they'll try the air now with Darnold. And boy, that one drops incomplete, but if he was hit a fraction sooner, it may have been a fumble.
We know it's not an easy job to go out and catch passes when people are trying to tackle you and knock the ball away, but the bottom line is that's a pass he's got to have and a pass he should have caught.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Darnold from the gun. He's going to let this go for the end zone. That is caught by Anderson for a Jets touchdown. Robbie Anderson, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Jets have taken the lead. Extra point splits the uprights, and that makes the score 14-7. Now after the touchdown, it's Bosher to kick it away. This one taken from the 7. Solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32-yard line. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. And, you know, certainly a lot of football left to be played. We're not into December yet, but right now where we stand, they're first place in their division. Looking good, looking to be a threat come January.
And let's think about what every team has in their goals, all right? Number 1 goal is what? Make the playoffs. Number 2 goal is win your division. Number 3 goal, and the biggest goal, I think, is to be the highest seed possible that you can be heading into the playoffs so that you can have as many home games as possible to try and get you to the Super Bowl.
And right now fighting for every win possible to try to at least secure home field for the wild card and or divisional round. And this will leave them a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down. Now on second down, this is Gurley. And Gurley here fumbled it. Gurley fumbles the football. It's loose. And it's scooped up by the Jets. And his crew will take over at their own 45-yard line.
Whenever I see a team turn it over on back-to-back drives, fumbles on their last 2, I know one person's blood pressure who is starting to rise, and that's the head coach.
Absolutely. And when's it going to go down? When they stop fumbling?
When they stop fumbling and after he's assessed the game film, and only if they manage to win the game.
To throw is gone. That's caught by his tight end, Gerald Everett. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or 2 shy of the 10. That one goes for 30 yards. On first and 10, Goff.
That's a real nice job right there.
And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, C.J. Mosley. And he brings this one back. It's a pick 6 and a Jet touchdown. The call is to go for 1 and kick the extra point. It's good, and it is now 21-7. So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. This one taken from the 7. Solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32-yard line. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. And following the pick 6, and they have decent field position in throwing that pick 6. We'll see how they attack this drive.
And I think all you say to your guy is, listen, let's just take care of the football a little bit better. Make some better decisions on this drive, and they'll probably help him a little bit with maybe some really high percentage throws early to let him get settled back in.
But they told us they've got confidence. That's not a problem.
Yeah, not a problem at all. They just want to make sure they get things settled down a little bit for their offense and give their defense a little bit of a chance to rest. And, partner, I think that was a great example that not all tight ends are created equal because everything was right. Got the completion, but he's not one of the more dynamic guys in the league. So even though he caught it, couldn't turn it into much more.
And tackled down after a gain of 3. Leaves him with 1 yard to go on third down.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
22-jet bombers, 22-jet bombers. Score now.
They'll try and pick up the first with Gurley. And he'll just get back to the line of scrimmage, if that. And with a flag on the field. And that one looks to be in the area where someone was held. The offense staying out. They're going to go on 4th and 2. Here we go on 4th. Goff. He'll take a shot for the end zone. Second quarter action with 1:59 remaining. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. A first down carry for Bell, but he'll work forward for only about a yard. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. On 2nd and 9, Darnold, and that going to be incomplete. A lot of contact, no call, and it's 3rd down. After an incomplete pass on 2nd down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9. Now Darnold completes it to Aguilar. He's such a good route runner. Shows it there on third down. Very proficient and a good pass.
And you know what I've observed over the years in the NFL? The better a route runner you are.
And he's going to be sacked. They sack him back right at the midfield stripe. The Rams going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play. Now then, after the sack, it'll be interesting to see what they have planned for 2nd and 23. Darnold completes to Bell, and he'll get it down on the play to the 37. A good pickup there, 13 yards as they get closer for third down. Throwing here on third down, Darnold. He's going to air one out for Anderson. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off by John Johnson. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Well, I tell you, Brandon, this ball's intercepted, but it is third down. So the silver lining is that since this is so far down the field and there wasn't a big run back associated with it, really this kind of...
And he's going to be taken down, sacked back at the 2. C.J. Mosley, the linebacker, making sure his presence is felt. From the end zone, gone. They'll find Everett there, complete. Now the Rams will signal for a timeout, their second, as they'll stop it with 14 seconds to go in this first half.
53, Mike. We ain't giving him nothing. Kill.
Gonna run the sweep here. This is Cup. And they will bottle him up behind the line, and now will they use a timeout? A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th. So we have come to halftime in what's already a 2-touchdown game. As we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach! Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. It's a short kick here, fielded at the 24. And they're going to have really good starting field position here as that's taken up close to the 40. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never want to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there. But this is I'm doing it, though. This is a really important drive. And we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the second half, too. And they're scripting something that they expect to get them into the end zone and back into this game.
We'll see if that script is a good one for them. They'll stick to the ground game with Gurley. And no room that time, getting it to about the 46. Give him a yard on the run there, and that's going to set up a 3rd down and 2. Here comes carry number 10 for Gurley. And he gets it down to the 48, enough for the first. Able to get what they need to keep the drive going with a 6-yard pickup on 3rd down.
Check nickel. Here we go.
Gonna run the sweep here. This is Cup. And now off to the races down the right side. Touchdown, L.A. Cooper Kupp, his 2nd touchdown on the season, as his guys are back within a single score. That's a score you felt they had to have here in the 3rd quarter to get back in this game.
And you know that there's an emphasis on their side. Hey, we know this. We know where we are. But sometimes that binds you up so much that you try too hard, you don't get the score. A perfect combination of urgency, yet relaxed enough to get it done.
And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The New York offense taking over for their next possession. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the ending, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field. And Darnold, he lost the football. And now the Rams have got it, going the other way. And the return here will go to the 31-yard line. Often on fumbles, you look at the guy who coughed it up and say, geez, what did he do? But, hey, let's tip the cap to the defense here.
Not a problem at all, my man. I'm not even going to tip it. I'm going to doff my cap to him. Congratulations. Big-time play. Knocking it free and creating something good for your team.
And taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down. And it appears we've got a member of the Rams shaken up on that last play. While the training staff works on him, we'll step aside and be right back.
Number 53, Mike 53. Hey, check. Switch. Kill. Hey, turn it up.
On first down, it's Gurley. And this play gets blown up. They'll lose yardage. Back at the 17. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on first down.
Here goes tonight. 80. Tiger.
Now on second and 13. Goff. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked off by Trumaine Johnson. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Oh, man, Brandon, not a real good throw that time. It looked like he tried to put a little too much air under this one, and it turned into a floater. And defensively, this is a dream. He could have fair caught that one. That was way too easy.
And he's going to be intercepted a third time. Taylor Rapp with a pick.
All right, work with me, partner. This is a classic understatement. Their execution has been very poor. Last 3 drives, 2 interceptions and a fumble. Winning football? We're not seeing it right now.
Cut. 180.
54 Mike. I don't even know why his team showed up.
Switch. Check. Lucky. Hey, shell.
After the interception, here's Goff. Oh, he's looking for a touchdown deep for Woods. And it's complete. He's got it in the end zone. Touchdown, Rams. Robert Woods, his 6th touchdown of the season, as they are an extra point away now from tying this football game. Zerline good with a PAT, and we are tied at 21. A couple of teams locked into a good one here. 21 all the score as the kick's away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The New York offense taking over for their next possession. They'll need to regroup after the costly interception last time. It led to a tying touchdown. 21 all is where we stand, and they've got it 1st and 10. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. Herndon's got it complete. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. A big play on the catch and run, covering 34 yards. So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. Now it's Darnold. He's going to fire one deep over the middle. And he couldn't hang on. Would have been their 4th pick of the game. Instead, 2nd down.
Trying to decipher what's going on out there because I don't know if he's just getting bad reads. I don't know if the defense is confusing him. I don't know if he just has, bad info and intel before he snaps the ball. But he's made some pretty bad decisions with the football lately.
Yeah, several bad decisions on the interceptions he's thrown, and frankly, that should have been another pick right there. That one, a gain of 20 and a first down. Darnold now 8 of 15 through the air, but it's 1st and 10 here. And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete.
They went with a dime look on defense. 2 extra defensive backs on the field and covered up essentially every blade of grass. That allowed them to disrupt the play.
From the 21, it's 2nd and 10.
Let's get it together, defense. Let's get it together.
Darnold to throw again. On the catch, it's Crowder. The Jet passing game in rhythm. They've got another first.
As the field starts to get condensed, the defense likes that a lot because now you don't have as much space to cover, but a well-run corner route there.
Let's go, D. Big series right here.
Again, Darnold. And they're going to get to him. A sack. Sacked back at the 9-yard line. Credit that sack to Dante Fowler Jr. On 2nd and goal. Darnold. Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. And now the Rams are going to halt things as they want a timeout. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this 3rd quarter. So 1st and 2nd down went in the wrong direction. They'll try to do better here on 3rd and 13. Back to throw, Darnold. This one caught by Crowder. And he will be very close to a 1st down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means 4th down. Give him 13 yards on the connection, but not enough. 4th down. A field goal would break the tie, but look at this. Instead, they're going to go for it on 4th and goal. They'll go for it with Bell. And this winds up a disaster nowhere near the marker. Le'Veon Bell unable to get in. And this Rams defense comes up with a goal line stand. They'll start out here with a jet sweep, and that one covered beautifully. Their defenders stayed home, and they'll stop him behind the line. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's 2nd down.
I like the idea to mix it up from time to time because, let's face it, you can't be predictable. But the execution was a little lacking on this one, right? You might want to go back to the drawing board with that call.
And a short gain here as he gets it up only to about the 6. The 2nd down play, not much better than the first, just a gain of 1 there.
Well, praise has to go to the guys on the offensive line because they've had a very nice, productive day running the football. How about that poor defensive line? They've been knocked around the entire game, and while they slowed them down on that run, can they continue to do so? Because they haven't had much success throughout this ball game.
This pass complete to Reynolds. A gain there of 12 yards and a 1st down L.A. And this should be the final play before the quarter ends. And that is going to do it for this 3rd quarter of action. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Some good games going on in the early window. This might be the best of the bunch. Goff going to hand it to Gurley. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
Well, we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Gone. And they'll set up the screen to Gurley. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. A gain there of 12 yards and a 1st down L.A.
They ran that one well, and not only did they pick up a nice chunk of yardage on the screen, they sent a message to the defense. Rush the passer all you want, but you better be careful. We can hit you going back the other direction.
And that one covered beautifully. Their defenders stayed home, and they'll stop him behind the line. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 11. 31-yard line.
12. Check safety.
On 2nd and 11 now. Goff. Then he'll find his target. Woods. It's complete. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. A gain there of 12 yards and a 1st down L.A. Goff now 5 straight completions here in this 2nd half. 1st and 10. Goff turns and gives to Gurley. Just what you want on a 1st down run. Call it 8 yards. And it's 2nd and 2.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. I can just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there, I'm going to tackle this guy. By the fourth quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line wearing down fourth quarter. Yeah, that's not a guy they want to see consistently. The Rams on 3rd down, 2 for 5 to this point. This will be 3rd and 5. Goff now looks to throw. And they will set up shop at their own 46-yard line. So how about that for a momentum switch?
We're in the fourth quarter, and it's a tie game. You've got to take care of the football here. Now their opportunity to take the lead right out the window, and everything is flipped in the other direction.
And this is going to be intercepted. Picked up by Jalen Ramsey.
And, Brandon, this is a real nice job defensively of getting inside a quarterback's head and figuring out, okay, where's he going with the football? Because you can make an educated guess defensively, not all the time, but sometimes. And when you're right, you've got a decent chance of coming away with the football.
Gurley with a carry on 1st down. He'll only get a couple. 2nd and 8 forthcoming. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8.
Well, they had that one sniffed out. Excellent run blitz. Stop that one for a short gain.
What makes a good run blitz a good run blitz?
The ability to stay on task, to follow up your assignment, go to the gap you're supposed to cover, and not be deterred by anything else.
It's a good gain of 11. Sets him up 1st and goal.
Well, that play looks familiar because we saw them working on it in practice this week. And for a lineman trying to block on this play, they love when they get the defense moving in one direction. And when they try and change directions, it's a lot easier to pick them up and ward them off.
And just shy of the goal line as he's out of bounds right at the 1. Nice gain of 8 that time, and it's 2nd and goal. Good yardage on 1st down. Now can they punch it in on 2nd and goal? They'll try and push it in with Gurley. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Los Angeles. Todd Gurley hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season. And they are able to break the tie and move out in front here in this fourth quarter. Zerline connects on the extra point, and the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This one fielded at the 5. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line.
At their own 26-yard line.
The New York offense taking over for their next possession. And last time wasn't pretty. One play and an interception. We'll see if they can do better.
I want to see if they want to go and throw the ball again now on this drive after what happened on the last one. Throw it on the first play. Give the quarterback some confidence.
See what happens. That one goes for 24 yards. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. John Johnson with the INT. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. They get the crucial turnover, just huge, but now they've got the football deep in their own territory, and you got to be careful because if you give it right back, there goes your lead.
Have to be extremely happy with their defense. They received a gift, that takeaway. Even though they're deep in their own territory, now they have the football. And you know there's always that alpha on defense, that grouchy guy. Forget what the coaches said. I'll guarantee you, he told the quarterback, we just took care of you. Now you take care of us.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7.
Come on, QB, come on. Whip. Watch the whip. Watch the eye.
Fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a one-score game. So it's Rams football here as we get you reset. They've got a 2nd down now as they search for a way to get this one to the finish line. Back to the workhorse today. It's Gurley. And he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line.
And this is why the head coach gets paid the big bucks. Look at where they are in this situation, partner. Do you throw the ball here in a long-distance situation? Do you run it again and trust your defense and make sure you take care of the ball and punt it away? What kind of options do you have here, and what do you trust more on your team?
Yeah, they may have just pushed him back into that throwing situation. We'll see. They're going to try the jet sweep on 3rd and long. And I think the ball's out, and it's scooped up by the Jets.
The psychology of the game never ceases to amaze me because you would think there would never be a fumble from what we hear from coaches all the time, right?
And how much they practice not fumbling.
Practice it, preach it, talk about it all the time. You would think no one would ever turn it over. Yet they are humans out there running around, and we just saw another one.
Opportunistic by the defense. On is the punter, Hecker, as he gets this one away. Here now, Roberts. 45 yards, that's what the punt goes for. 5 on the return. And the Jets will take over 1st and 10. That game's gone final now in Philly. And it was the Eagles that wound up winners in that one. If they hang on, that would up their win total to 5 on the season so far. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And the tip there altered the ball flight, and it falls incomplete. It'll be 2nd down.
It's now 2nd and 10.
Here's 2nd and 10 now from about the 32.
Hey, you got 3 down, 3 down.
Back to throw. And his throw here's incomplete. He was looking for Jamison Crowder there. And that takes us from 2nd to 3rd down. So he's unable to complete it there, and just not the game that you would expect from him. He's been off the mark really start to finish.
Yeah, it makes you wonder what exactly is going on. Is he a little bit dinged up here, or is he just off just by a bit? Maybe he can get it back in this situation. He'll need to.
He's back to throw. This pass rush, they've been excellent all game long, and another example of it right there in the closing moment.
Not only with the pass rush, but how well they're coached, because if you don't quite get there, get to the quarterback, get your hands up into the passing lane and knock it away as we just saw there.
He's going to let it fly. And, oh, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked up by Jalen Ramsey.
They'll take over 1st and 10 at their own 18.
Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. And 3 timeouts remaining here defensively, but really not much reason to use them at this point as this one is all but over.
If they use the timeouts here, it's strictly for show. We got a plane to catch.
It's a gain of 15, and the Rams have a 1st down. So the L.A. Rams with a victory here, and they were buoyed, Charles, by a big second half to put this one on ice.
And I know a lot of people watching this one were thinking to themselves, I bet they made.